Hey guys, good morning. It's another beautiful Saturday morning over here down at the lakefront. It's been down here for a little while, so the sun's coming out and just gotten off the pier. I usually just go down and sit on the end of those, and as you do that, they're like kind of a little slick this morning, a little bit narrow. Kind of feels like life sometimes can be that way, and sometimes we just want to be held and just told, hey, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. It reminds me of a video a friend of mine had posted just a couple of days ago, and it was on these parents who were having twins. They'd went into the hospital, and in the midst of having those children, a little boy and a little girl, they know something had changed in the room, and the doctor comes over and asks for the little boy's name, and she told him, for the sake of just saying the name, I can't remember exactly what it was, we'll just call him David. And the doctor sat beside the bed next to the mother and said, Emily's brother didn't make it. David didn't make it. And the mother, not knowing what else to do, said, give me my child. And they took that baby and put her skin to skin on her mother's chest. And she looked over at the father and said, take your clothes off and get in bed next to me. I want this child to feel the warmth. I want him to hear our words spoken to him. And as that little lifeless little baby sat on her chest, and as the mom and dad sat there, and the heat of their bodies just next to that child, the words they were speaking of, the commitments they had made to David and Emily, to the plans they had and the different things there, miraculously that child began to move. So at that point in time, they hit the buzz button and said, call the midwives. And the midwives came in and said, listen, don't get your hopes up. You need to say goodbye to this baby. And right about that time, that child reaches up and grabs the finger of its father and opens its eyes. Wow. Powerful. How does that apply to us? Well, I know I'm getting ready to go pick up my kids, and I have a 14, 11-year-old, 9, and 7, getting ready to be 7. Especially my 14, 11-year-old. When they come in, I'm touching them. How you doing? Love you. Kissing them on their cheek, trying to grab and hold them, and they think that's corny and goofy. Dad, come on, don't do that. But I know that my children need that. I know that I need it. Just yesterday I was in an interaction with somebody who was elderly and older, and we'd been talking, and I could tell she was being affected by the conversation, and I just asked if I could pray for her and held her hand and began to pray. And just the power in that, the encouragement in that we all need that appropriate physical touch and words of affirmation, of encouragement, just to know that somebody cares, just to know that we're loved, just to know that, hey, this is going to work out. Just trust me. So that's my encouragement for you this morning. Remember, we can write checks, but if we're not getting those deposits, just as I'm sitting out here on this bench on the lakefront this morning, just lifting my hands and saying, God, I need you. I need your touch. I need your words of affirmation. I need your love, your compassion and mercy. And there's probably a few out there this morning, including myself at points in times, where we're just so hard on ourselves. We're just so critical of ourselves. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be encouraged to change and make those different things, but there's a real difference between conviction that actually empowers us to let go of destructive behaviors and mindsets and things that hinder us, and condemnation that says, oh, you'll never make it, this, whatever that repeating cycle, those thought lives are. We need community. We need family. We need love. Share it today. Receive it and share it with those you love. Hey, y'all have a great Saturday. God loves you. Let me pray about that. I'll just touch the screen. Lord, Lord, help us to receive your love today. Help us just to stop, be still long enough to hear your voice that's speaking affirmation even that was on that lady's wall yesterday, Father, that the plans that you have for us are plans for good, to give us an expected end. No matter where we're started, no matter where we're at, you said you have a good end. Plans to prosper us, to bless us, not to curse us. Hey, y'all have a great Saturday. Give somebody a hug.